Hello everyone. Today I shall read the chapter The Loss. Trees are poems that the earth writes upon the sky. When we cut them down, we feel the emptiness. Ruplu was our tree, his pain we shouldered. Now that his time on this earth has been cut short, we feel the emptiness. Loss is a feeling of sadness that you experience when someone or something you possessed is taken away from you. We have been deprived of our greatest possession, our richest asset, the precious life of our son. It is like I have lost a major part of my body. His demise is our greatest tragedy, leaving us permanently bereaved. It is very difficult to comprehend the reason behind all of these, and even more difficult to accept the fact that Pooh is no more with us. The emptiness makes me sick. I get a tightness in the chest and have palpitation. I feel nauseated and want to vomit out my grief and sorrow. The suffocation in me increases as I cannot cry out loud. My tears would make Bhaskar cry. Even weeping silently is difficult as Paplu does not want to see me so. He is so much affected at the loss of his beloved brother that he had auditory hallucination and would rush out of his room to check on me if I was sobbing. The more I long to see him, the more he vanishes. The more I long to hear him, the more he becomes inaudible. The loss is irreplaceable and irreparable. No one can take the place of our beloved son. The profound misery that we are experiencing cannot be explained. No words will suffice. We can feel a stabbing and heart-piercing pain. Sometimes it is like a wildfire burning in our hearts. I wake up with a sense of depressing loss, but I try to carry on normally, maintaining the responsibility at home and in the hospital. But when the bitter truth comes to my mind, I am no more my normal self. The sickness haunts me. I sneak into the washroom, take a deep sigh, and call out, Baba, Baba, where are you? I miss you so much. All your belongings wait for you, just as I do, just as your papa and Paplu yearns and waits for you. I won't want to put it in words, the emptiness of his vibrancy and the silence of his echoing voice, the fragrance of his perfumed body with his favorite brands of body sprays, Jovan Musk, Wildstone, Adidas, Park Avenue, Denver, is no more in the air. Recalling his memories and jotting them down keeps me connected to Pooh. He was a very precious baby born when his elder brother was 7 years of age. My father-in-law, with his knowledge on astrology, predicted that this baby would one day occupy the status of a king and sit on a singhasan, the throne. Oh my God, our happiness knew no bounds. Baba, my father-in-law, was so thrilled at the coming of the newborn that he gifted us an amount of cash to be deposited in his name. Now I realize that Baba's prediction was true. Ruplu had a princely attitude whose charm everyone appreciated. His royal and extravagant lifestyle was no less than a prince's way. His love for his folks was like the love of a king for the people of his kingdom. Prince Charming passed away to sit on his permanent throne, the heavenly abode, leaving his men to face the loss. His loss and emptiness could be felt everywhere. It first began in Hojai since he left the place in July 2016 to fight the man-eater's second coming. The news of the relapse of the dreaded disease was very shocking. It was like a bolt from the blue for all acquaintances there. He discontinued school, tuition, and arts classes. All teachers, fathers, brothers, and nuns missed him a lot, but Rishabh was always in their prayers. His friends Noor, Mudit, Priyamkar, Arshad were deeply sorrowed. Mithu driver had no words to console himself. All doctors and staff of Hum Hospital only talked of him and prayed for him. He was very dear to them. His small boys group missed the fun and pranks with him. His dearest Appu Dada Poo was sick and could not give them company. All sections of people in Newland campus, be it the plumber, the electrician, the security, the supervisor, and laborers at the new construction site, the doctor's apartment, loved and cared for him, so it's a major loss for all. His pet animals, bunnies, chicks, lovebirds missed him too. The newborn, tender kittens fed by Ma and him will remain uncared for. His emptiness in our Bhetapara apartment began from the day he was admitted to KGMT Hospital in 17 January 2019. Paplu would be alone in the house preparing for his exams, and the silence in the house haunted him. Our mates Champa and Tarali missed him and repeatedly asked Paplu about Ruplu's health and return from the hospital. Pooh was friendly with Champa and would take her for drives to Bhetapara. Champa said, Babu nai ঘৰটো খালি খালি লাগে কেনেকৈ সোফাত বাগৰ দি থাকে আৰু মোৰ লগত কথা পাতি থাকে. Without Babu, the house seems empty. How he would lie on the sofa and talk to me. With intense sorrow and a heavy heart, Paplu revealed the brutal truth to our curious maids. He said with a shaky voice, He aru ghuri nahibo, tar bemar aru bhal nohoy. He will not return. His illness will not be cured. Such touching words. I cry as I write his narration. Dear Paplu, I understand the heart-touching pain that you have experienced while revealing the inevitable end of your dear brother. It was very difficult for everyone to accept the fact that such a vibrant person could become terminally ill in just a couple of days. The loss is infinite and indefinite. Each and every room, each and every furniture, his books, copies, study table, pen, pencil, clothes, shoes, deodorants, wristwatches, spectacles, Samsung Galaxy tablet, etc., all remain dormant and lifeless without his touches. Let me begin from the lobby in front of the lift, 7th floor, Block 3A, Regent Paradise, Bhetapara. Ruplu's red cycle stands still on the stand and waits to be dusted off by him. It waits hopelessly for him to ride on it and take rounds in the campus. The plastic chair just outside the entrance door lies vacant as Pooh would never come fatigued to sit on it. The nameplate which I painted still bears Ruplu's name as Rishabh to welcome him back home. The doorknob and lock bears his fingerprints as it was his job to lock and unlock it. The peach green L couch in the living room was Ruplu's choice. He chose it for its classy looks and comfort. The L of the couch was his favorite comfort zone from where he would watch TV or get engrossed on his tab. I would sit beside him and feed him his dinner. He never missed a single cricket match on TV, be it the IPL or ODI. RCB, the Royal Challenge Bengaluru, was his most preferred team and Chris Gayle his idol. For every cricket update, with each run out, with each sixer, he would call his best friend Pratyush and kept him informed. His chat still echoes in my ears. Kohli 6 marile, Aru 6, Ako 6er. Dhoni got out, Gayle wicket lole. In fact, Pratyush's interest for cricket grew because of Ruplu, and Paplu would say Ruplu has more knowledge in cricket than me. Pratyush misses his friend. They had even made plans to watch ODIs again. The kitchen was his favorite joint as he had great cooking craze. The chimney light had never been on since he fell ill, the light that he used while cooking to see the true color of the gravy and fries. The Sheffield Classic electric barbecue grill lies atop on the shelf, coated with dust. Without him, no grill, no spice, no flavor to our food. His bed remains empty. The almirah bears his clothes in order, winter wears and summer wears, formals and casuals. I open its door to get a glimpse of his garments, touch them and feel for his being, smell his fragrance, but land up crying, and the sickness engulfs me with deep sighs, palpitation, and chest tightness, and I mutter, Pooh is no more, Pooh is no more. His medicines and belongings, wrist watches, wristbands, Samsung tablets, spectacles encased in their casings, pencil box, pen drive, pulse oximeter lay perfectly in the drawer of the bedside box. When nobody is around, my insanity overpowers me, my yearns for him increases. I cry and I cry as I wave my hand over the empty bed. Mur moinatu, ক'ত গুচি গ'লা? Please ঘূৰি আহা. My Moina, where did you go? Please come back. I want to caress you, massage your forehead, balm your soft lips, and trim your nails. The Nikon camera waits for his clicks and the amplifier stands mute. Will it ever blast to the beat of your drums? Will it bang to the song for a small boy? Dear, I dreamt of you the day I gifted your drum set to your dearest friend Pratyush. With every beat, he will remember you and keep your vibrancy alive. Don't worry, his drumsticks, which you always preferred, are safe along with your practice pads. Your Reebok school bag lies empty without its routine books, the shoe rack with your olive green Lee Cooper shoes, brown ankle-length boots Lee Cooper, black sneakers Reebok, brown formal shoes Mardi Gras, school shoes Crocs all remain in place as you have arrayed. He had the habit of taking a vitamin tablet before going to sleep and would ask me, Ma, kam dibone? Ma, will it work? The innocent soul had to be answered with encouraging words. Yes, why not? The west-facing balcony of the master bedroom attracted him. When I took a little rest in the afternoon, he would call me aloud, Mummy, jaldi aha, sunset sua. Mummy, come fast, see the sunset. The dusk presented a splendid view with its multi-hued sky, cloud images and green hillocks surrounded the concretes of Guwahati city. His absence haunts the balcony. It is bleak and dark. The beautiful landscape is no more fascinating. The fresh breeze, the chill of winter, and the gusty whistling wind that we felt and cherished together goes unnoticed and unfelt without him. The dining room balcony gives a mesmerizing sunrise view. Pooh was a late riser, so when he awoke, the sun would already be high and shine bright, but he would crazily run to the balcony to see the rainfall. When it first rained after he passed away, Ma, who was with us then, and I had the same thought. She said, Ish, Ruplu aji iman bhal pale heten. Ish, Ruplu would have loved it. For a moment I tried to ignore the rain, but the more it showered, the more was my anguish, the more I missed him. I let out my tears and sang softly, Rain, rain, go away, little Ruplu calls you back. Rain, rain, go away, little Ruplu wants you back in the sky. During the last few days, he would ask me varied questions related to his illness. Ma, if my disease is in the lung, then why is the pricking sensation on the back? What is the color and size of the tumor? Is it red? Will it burst like what we see in the tobacco awareness commercials? Will my condition be like Dr. Marme? Oh my God, I did not know how to answer to those unanswerable questions, but dealt with him tactfully. He showed his curiosity only to me, and night time was the best time for queries. As we conversed, he asked me to caress his discomforting back and would say, "Ma pithitu muhari mukh huai dia." Ma caressed my back and put me off to sleep. He would bid a good night and say, "Etia tumi hui thaka." Our conversation halted with a full stop. "Where are you, dear?" to chef at the silence. "How do I go to bed without you by my side? Whom do I converse with? Baba, how do we use your favorite bed sheets and pillow covers? Dear, it is very difficult for me to make the bed now the perfection that you always wanted. I jot down your memories, take a sleeping pill, and retire to bed. It's a bizarre feeling. I miss him a lot and weep. The very next moment, I console myself and try to see the positive side that he has been liberated from his sufferings. But again I am in despair, aimlessly and hopelessly sail my boat to a land of nowhere. Without him I am like a bulb without its filament. I question myself, for how long will I have to bear this agony? The burning pain will only die with me. Then why do I need to have sugar control, salt and fat restrictions? Why should I exercise to keep myself fit? It will be selfish on my part to keep myself healthy after not being able to keep him fit and fine. I ought to die soon and attain peace by meeting him up there in heaven. So that is the end of the chapter, The Loss. Meet you again with the next chapter, Coping with the Loss. Till then, stay safe, stay fit.